I didn't even see the damn green light on that shit though. Hey, we live, man. We live. I had to go live with this topic, man. I'm not even gonna lie. And this is weird because I can't hear myself, but I know the mic is working. Okay, so okay, let me get right into this shit. So the topic is: do your kids owe you? Okay, that's just one of these topics. My mind is gonna go to 30 different 30 different locations, but the main topic is: do your kids owe you? Okay, let me write something in the chat. Hopefully, someone replies. Do your kids owe you when they become successful? Okay, so I made a TikTok about this, Mrjaytheking on TikTok. You already know. I made a TikTok about it, and it went over very well. So I just had to bring over a little bit of that into this video right here, into this live stream right here. So, do your kids owe you when they become successful? And the main thing with that is if your parents aren't successful, because if your parents are successful and then you become successful, I mean, like I don't think they're expecting much. I can't say that firsthand because obviously it's personal shit. But either way, I can't say that firsthand. But I could just imagine. I don't think LeBron is gonna expect his kids to financially or even have to financially support him. You know what I'm saying? So I just get that out of the way. But you become successful, your parents is living in poverty or whatever the case is, and you as the offspring become successful. What do you owe them? Or do you owe them anything? Now this stems from Charleston White, okay? He was just interviewed about this shit and he said, no, my kids don't owe me anything. And I'm like, I really had to think about that for a second because okay, guys, anyone watching this, just think about this for a second. And I can speak from a Caribbean background. Most of my family's from the Caribbean. My parents from the Caribbean, blah, blah, blah. And I said this on my TikTok too. Mrjaytheking on TikTok, by the way. I said this on my TikTok, right? I don't know if this is just a Caribbean thing, but Caribbean parents will make you feel guilty. Like legit, literally make you feel guilty if you become successful and you don't take care of them. If you don't financially provide for them, they will make you feel guilty for that. And I'm like, I just had to think to myself, now I'm 25 now, so maybe I've already been completely socialized to think I have to take care of my parents, later on in life when my YouTube channel becomes successful, But I just had to think to myself, like, damn, you mean to tell me if I don't, like, I become successful and I don't take care of my parents, I'm a bad child because of that? Like, I'm somehow like an evil kid or something like that? And then I have to really legit sit down and think. If your parents grew up in poverty and they weren't even able to put you in certain opportunities to become successful, and yet somehow you do become successful, what exactly do you owe them? Because here's one thing. LeBron just passed the scoring record, right? He's number one scoring in NBA history, right? And he put up some post saying that his mom bought him like a $20, them little basketball hoops that you put up on your door, some shit like that. And I'm like, you see something like that? Absolutely. At that point, you owe your mom. I think J. Cole's mom bought him his first beat machine. I think Jay-Z too. Jay-Z's mom bought him too. But then I have to think about it. I really sit like this is real personal shit. I can't divulge everything, but I had to really sit down and think. Was I ever even put into a situation to become like highly successful? Other than college, but even I have to talk about college. But I'm just saying, even a little thing like that, like for me and my brothers, we never even been put into that opportunity. Now, don't get me wrong. I do want to become successful, my YouTube channel, whatever the case. I want to become successful enough to where I could take care of my parents later on. But am I obligated to at that point? Like, do you feel obligated? Like, I think that's the main thing. Are you obligated to do it? Especially if your parents wasn't even able to financially put you in like any extracurricular activities, wasn't even able to pay for you to do any type of AAU anything, yet you become successful somehow in whatever industry, whatever field you decide to do, and you owe them now. Like, hey, you're a bad kid if you don't. Now, don't get, like I said, do not get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to even make it seem like I'm not going to. But am I obligated to? Like, am I a horrible individual if I don't? And I want to. I absolutely do. Because Stephen A. Smith said his like most favorite thing when he became successful is when he went to his mom's job and told her to quit. That's amazing. DJ Academics too. I know people don't like him, but you know, he got that one story about like when he, you know, his mom used to work 2 jobs and shit to give him certain opportunities. And like he bought his mom a house or whatever case and told his mom to retire. I want to do that too, but I mean, like, did DJ Academic's mom give him certain opportunities? Did Stephen A. Smith's mom give him certain opportunities? Because I'm like, that's really the main thing. Like, it's the opportunities, right? In my mentality, it's the opportunities. Did your parents give you them certain opportunities? Because, like I said, this relates to Charleston White. The interviewer asked Charleston if he put his kids in the AAU games, if he paid for his kids to take these NFL training or whatever the case, if he's the reason, if him as the father is the main reason why they're in the NBA now or in the NFL or whatever case is, do they owe you? At that point, maybe, you know, because you're literally the reason why. Your parents did give you the mindset in a lot of cases. Yeah, that was another. I was actually, I was gonna get to that too. I was gonna get to that. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I was gonna get to that too. I would say that's like the only thing I could say. I wanted to make sure I'm successful to not be like my parents in that regard. Okay, in that regard, the financial regard. But that's like the only thing, man. I guess the mindset counts, though. The mindset definitely counts. I'm never gonna disagree with that. That was like my only positive to take out of this situation. But if I'm being real, like I could have just been a bum too. Like I'm not trying to say it like that, but I could have just accepted my fate, just called it, you know, a generational curse or some shit like that. I could have just been like that. I could have just did that. But the mentality I got from my parents is like, okay, let me make sure I work my ass off, do what I got to do to not be like that. For real, every person should shoot to be better. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing though. But that's the thing. But I could have easily been like a lot of these other people. Like there's people around me, bro. There's people around me in this neighborhood. Like I'm still mad at I'm mad at myself. I still live at home. I'm not gonna lie. But there's people around me that's older than me, older than my older brothers who still live in here. My older brothers moved out, okay, but they're still living here. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be like them. I lost my original train of thought. But either way, my main thing is if I'm like, you know, when I become successful on this YouTube channel, whatever the case is, and I'm able to put my kids into, you know, basketball, football, whatever. No, not football. I'm not putting my kids in football. I don't think I could do that. But if I was become successful, right, I put my kids in basketball training or whatever the case is, and they become successful, you don't owe me anything. I want to be in a position to where my kids won't even have to financially take care of me. That's my main goal anyway. But all I want at that point, when they make it successful because of me, all I want is speak power to my name. Okay, speak power to my name and whoever I have kids with name. Speak power to it. I don't want to hear no bullshit about like, no, I didn't know my parents. Yeah, I didn't. Thank you, thank you, Jacob. I didn't know my parents. You know, my father wasn't in my life and no shit. No, don't say no shit like that. Because at that point, I would get emotional at that point. Like I did all of this shit, and it's starting from now. My YouTube channel from now, all of this work, this grind, or whatever case, it's starting from now. And I'm gonna do all of that to make sure you in the NBA or whatever highly successful field and then you're gonna say you didn't know your father. Your father wasn't in your life, or like you do all of this hard ass work now, grinding for years on years on years on years on years, and then your kid turned out to be some criminal, like Ti's what's his name, King Harris. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it's like, bro, you just wasted my blessing. I would be mad about that. But if I put my kids in whatever extracurricular, whatever the case is, musician, whatever it is, and they become successful, I just want to hear in interviews like, yeah, my dad, this is all because of my dad, or all because of my parents. That's all I would want. Because at that point, I did what the hell I was supposed to do. And trust me, all of this that I'm trying to become successful is for my kids. It's for my kids and my next generations. Because I know it's cliche to say, but you can't take it with you anyway. So I want my kids to become successful too. I'm not gonna just hand them everything. They're still gonna have to work for this shit, but I want them to become successful too. Like, I'm not doing this just for me. I can't take it with me anyway. I want to enjoy my later years on in my life, absolutely. But when I have kids, I don't want my kids sleeping on no damn couch. I'm taking it with me. Man, look, if we could, I'd take some of it. But I mean, come on, we can't literally. But I'm just being real. I know I can't take it with me anyway. So I already know. And this is shit I've been thinking about anyway. I never wanted to make a video out of it because, later on people are going to be like, oh, he's so fake. Oh, blah, blah, blah. But I'm definitely going to give a lot of money away. I already know that. I know I'm going to be one of those type of people. But my kids is going to be first and foremost. And my family members who unfortunately wouldn't be as successful as me. I'm going to be giving my money away anyway. But my kid's still gonna have to work for it, by the way. I want to make that very clear. But in the long run, take it. Take it. I can't be buried with it anyway. And even if you could literally be buried with it in the afterlife, if you believe in this type of stuff anyway, in the afterlife, that money is gonna be worthless anyway. That's human money. You know what I'm saying? This is all stuff. This is all stuff I'll be thinking about, man. Oh my god! But besides that, like, if I'm being completely honest and being completely real, if I become successful with this YouTube journey and whatever the case is, I honestly can't say. Besides the mentality, my parents didn't like. My parents didn't buy me this Blue Yeti. You see. My parents didn't buy me this webcam. They didn't buy me this laptop. They didn't really do anything like that. And I hate to be talking like this because it seems like my parents didn't do shit for me, but that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. But if I'm being real, like how LeBron's mom bought him his first, like, that basketball hoop that you put on the door. Jay-Z and J. Cole's mom bought them their first, like, beat machine or like rapping equipment. I can't really say that. And one of my New Year's resolution was to get into boxing, like take boxing lessons myself. That's gonna be all me. Like, I can't, oh god, I hate to be talking like this, but it's real shit though. But I honestly would feel horrible if I don't at least do something in return for, like, financially for my parents. I would feel horrible. Maybe I've already been completely, socialized to feel like a horrible kid if I don't. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate to even be thinking, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is shit. Like, if I really think, like, real hard about this, I will get emotional. It's emotional shit for me. Like, this is a very sensitive and touchy subject for me, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like shit for even talking like this. But if I was to ask I got 3 brothers, okay? If I was to ask my 3 brothers, they'll probably all agree with me. But they'll all say we still gotta take care of it. I know that. But I mean, None of us was on no basketball team. Well, one of my younger brother was, but he wasn't pushed. That's another thing right there. He wasn't like pushed to be on it. Besides, from us, his brothers. That's another thing. If my kids are thinking about exploring certain things, I'm gonna be the one to be like, okay, pros, cons. I think here's why I think you should do it. Here's why I don't think you should do it. Blah blah blah, etc. etc. I'm gonna be that type of parent too. I want to be that type of parent too, to where they feel like they could come to me for any type of life advice. I feel like I give life advice in my videos anyway. So shit. Of course, I should be able to give life advice to my kids too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I think all in all, if I'm being real, all in all, your kids. I think all in all, your kids technically don't owe you anything, like at all, because Charleston White said it too. We didn't ask to be here. We definitely damn sure didn't ask to be here. And then, like I said, Caribbean household, Caribbean background, your Caribbean parents would be like, oh, I brought you into this world. I can take you out of this. Like, what the hell? How could you say something like that? And then I'm supposed to take care of you in your later on life or whatever. But man, I lost my train of thought. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. But either way, do your kids owe you? I don't think so. Like, literally, they don't, because we was brought into this life. You had your life to live. You didn't become successful. Okay, understand it's different opportunities, different decisions, whatever the case is. Excuses, of course, but I'm going to get into that. But if I'm being real, it's my life now. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to become successful. It's of the goodwill of my heart that I'll take care of, whoever I decide to take care of in the long run. That's up to me. I don't try to make me feel like some demon, some demon child, because I don't want to. I do want to, but I'm just saying, if I didn't want to, don't make me feel like I'm some demon, born, from a different planet or some shit like that. And here's another thing. I want to make this very clear. I got to discern this narrative right here. When I say take care of, I mean financially, like the straight financial, like buying your parents a house, making them retire, blah blah blah. I think that's a different narrative versus like if they're sick or whatever the case is, they're unhealthy or whatever the case is, then you got to pay for some type of medical whatever. I think that's a little bit different. In that regard, absolutely. I'm paying for any medical bills, surgeries, whatever. If I can, absolutely. I wouldn't even think twice about that. But I don't even know. I don't even know if that's technically different, but in my mind and my mentality is a little bit different when it comes to that. Like, yes, I would like, for my parents to never have to work again, blah, 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 right? But if they have to, that's fine. But if they ever come down with anything, God forbid, of course, and whatever, you already know how medical shit is in the United States. You already know how that goes. And I'm able to pay, go ahead. Take my money. Take my money at that point. Take my money. Man, I don't know. I'm telling you, this is shit. This topic right here, like, it could be real emotional for me. I'm not even like, because I would have to really sit down and think about my elementary to high school years. Was I ever put into a success making opportunity that wasn't me actively going out to look for it? And I think that's another thing that plagues poverty stricken neighborhoods. And I don't hear that discussed too much. I've been watching Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, a lot of. I've been watching a lot of those real hard hitting discussions. I think that's one of those underrated things that's not discussed enough. Them poverty stricken neighborhoods and people who have kids at a young age or whatever the case is, they're not able to put their kids into these opportunities. These kids gotta grind and do a bunch of other shit to put themselves into these opportunities. I think that's very underrated and not discussed enough. Know what I'm saying, man? Let me know what y'all think about this, though. I'm not even gonna lie. This could get real sensitive for me, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm trying to avoid it. I know this could be a sensitive topic for a lot of people, man. Like I said, I don't know if this is a black thing. I don't know if this is a Caribbean thing. I don't know. I can only speak for those two sectors, okay? Man. Do your kids owe you, though? I don't know. And I hope I'll never have to. I hope by the time I have kids, I won't even have to think that hard about it. I want to be successful enough to where my kids, financial whatever, I don't have to even think about my kids financially supporting me. You know, I should start going live on Twitch, man. That's another thing too. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to start doing this year. I gotta wait until nobody's home, obviously, to do it. But I'm gonna look into going live on Twitch too, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm almost at 1,000 followers on TikTok, Mrjaytheking on TikTok. So I'm gonna be going live on TikTok too. I just want to see where will I get the most engagement. Play GTA Mario. Yeah. Okay. Am I a gamer? I'm not gonna lie, man. I ain't played games in. Like I haven't enjoyed. Let me say that I haven't enjoyed playing games in. I don't even know how long, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know how long. But that's definitely something I would consider. But I don't know if you know DJ Academics cooking. Cooking. Can I cook? I'm not trying to burn down the damn house, man. I'm not even gonna lie, but my main thing was if I was to go live on Twitch, I don't know if you know DJ Academics, but he goes live and just talks about random topics. Maybe topics I see that like I see on my social media or whatever, or I might actively go out and like really look for certain topics, but on my YouTube channel, I know it could be iffy, you know, the engagement. My main thing with my YouTube videos is the engagement. That's what I really be looking into. But it'd be certain topics where I'm like, I don't think my audience would like this. I don't think my audience would like it. That's when I would go on Twitch. I'll get like 4 or 5 different topics. That's like, okay, I wanted to talk about this, but I don't know if my YouTube channel, my YouTube audience would be okay with it. That's what Twitch would be for. And then it would just be some random, like one random topic I wanted to talk about, going live on YouTube. Yeah, I have plans, man. I have plans. I definitely have plans. I'm trying to get into. I don't know if I said it. I'm trying to get into boxing, y'all. I'm so nervous, yo. I have a coworker who was into boxing. Like he was doing boxing for a little while. I'm real nervous about it. I ain't gonna lie, but I want to do it. I want to do it. You know, get some stress out. Get some stress out. Not gonna lie, the gym does it. You know, lifting weights and shit like that, but. I think who knows? Who knows? Boxing might be another thing, man. I'm trying to be like Iron Mike in the ring, bro. I'm stupid. I know I am, but that's what I think in my head. Like, I'm trying to be like Iron Mike, but I'm nervous as hell to do this shit, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I think when I take my first lesson, that was actually my New Year's resolution, but the nerves was getting the better of me. But I think after. Dude, yeah, I used to keep. I know. But why did you stop? Because that's another thing. I meant to ask my coworker about it. Like, why did he stop? I don't know. I definitely am going to. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna happen before the end of the month. Absolutely. I should have did this shit in January. At least I should have started. But it's definitely gonna happen. I do resent. Yeah, I looked into that actually. BJJ. That's the one I actually was going to do, But then you know, due to what's the word? What is that shit called? Due to inflation, you know what I'm saying? It's a little out of the budget right now. But who knows? Who knows if I end up like really enjoying this boxing shit? I'm definitely gonna consider some another martial art. But you know, due to inflation, I'm not able to do that right now. But the boxing is definitely within budget. Definitely within budget. So who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe boxing might be. Who knows? Maybe that might be an avenue. I start to look at man. Thank you for giving me topics, man. I start to look at things a little bit differently. Like, why am I so gung ho on boxing right now? Like, like is that God giving me a sign? Like, is that a sign from if this is stuff that you believe in, by the way, is that someone giving me a sign? Like, who knows? Boxing might be your way out or whatever the case is. Who knows? That's really what I be thinking, by the way. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm so I'm so nervous, man. Oh my god, I'm nervous as hell, bro. But I'm gonna do it. It's a good nervous. Like it's not nerves enough to not make me do it. So I'm gonna do this shit. I think I'm gonna go live like right after, like right after I leave. Nervous. Like it's not nerves enough to not make me do it. So I'm gonna do this shit. I think I'm gonna go live like right after, like right after I leave. Who knows? Maybe I have a black eye or some shit. But who knows, man? I definitely want to do it though. Definitely want to do it. Ah, man, boxing. And I've already been looking up like a lot of boxing like strategies and shit like that. I already I already know because I've heard it before. Like all of the strategies go right out the window as soon as you get in the ring. I already know. Let's go. Is that true? Like, are they gonna try to knock me out on my first lesson? Yo, I'm telling you, like, because you see the thing, another part of like what's making me nervous about it. I'm not used to people hitting me in my face. I'm not used to people hitting me at all. Like I got a little bit of muscle and shit like that. So when I'm out and about, I don't know if people are intimidated, but like I don't get beat up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get people giving me nasty looks and shit like that. And I'm never in situations where people are, like actively trying to punch me in my face or hit me in my body, whatever the case is. Oh, I have been hitting abs like the last week. I've hit abs at the gym every day. I got to get my core strength up, by the way. But that's the thing. Like, maybe this is all in my head. It could just be all in my head. But that's part of the reason why I'm even more nervous. Like, man, I don't want nobody punching me in my fucking face, bro. You're learning not to get hit with boxing. Well, you can. I know. I know. I know, man. I know. I know, and I just got to get used to it. And I know, another thing I've been looking into. Mike Tyson needs to do some like neck exercises and shit like that. I've been looking into that too. Apparently, that's something you got to do as well. So, I'm. You see, the thing is, I'm willing. Like, I'm really willing to go in and do this shit and give it my all. I just got to get past the nerves. You know what's crazy? I had kind of not the same exact, but like kind of the same nerves. When I started my YouTube channel and shit. What's crazy? I had kind of not the same exact, but like kind of the same nerves. When I started my YouTube channel and shit. Damn, oh my god, these people are not gonna like me. I'm not gonna get an audience or whatever the case is, but I got an audience, man. Okay, I'm about to get off. I gotta do some things. I gotta write down some notes for my new video. But boxing, I'm definitely looking to go live on Twitch. I'm gonna see what that's all about. Get my 1,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm going live on TikTok too, man. I still got my goal, man. I still want to hit 50K on YouTube. I still want to hit 10K on TikTok. It was something else I wanted to do. I can't think of the other thing, but I'm gonna see what Twitch is looking like. I want to see who knows, man. I'm telling you, man. I have so much. I tell you. Man, I have so much that be going on in my mind, like on a day-to-day basis. like when I'm at work, I have so much that I be thinking about, man. But I feel like I can't talk to them people about it. My phone is ringing. I'm not answering that shit. I'm busy. But I have so much things I be thinking of. I have so much things I be thinking about, and then it'd be to the point where, like, if someone asks me what I'm thinking about, I can't even tell them. Like, it can be hard to conceptualize and to articulate it. You know what I'm saying? But okay, I still want to hit 50K on YouTube subscribers, 10K on TikTok, and it was something else I just can't think about. And by the way, I just got to be real. I don't know. YouTube is just getting a lot more unfriendly. If you make, if you don't make politically correct content, it's getting very unfriendly advertiser wise. Okay. This shit is kind of crazy. That apocalypse shit that happened a few years ago, I wasn't, making YouTube videos at the time, but I'm starting to see like they're getting even more strict when it comes to this ad shit, bro. So I already know 7K. That would be funny. Imagine what the hell would I? Nah, I'm not. I'm not trying to do that. Well, I didn't want to have to go that route, but when I look at these ads, barely any freaking ads I get in my videos, I'm like, damn, shit is crazy. And then I already know, and I said this before, like if I was to like completely switch up my content, like make LGTV, if I was to make content like that, I'd be good, but that's not me. So I'm not gonna do that shit. But I already know later on, down the line, absolutely down the line, Patreon and all of that extra shit. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I didn't want to have to even think about that shit, but I'm gonna have to. I start to see, like, I don't know if y'all know the Hodge twins. Like before they became conservative twins or whatever, they used to, like, around the time when they first started their Hodge Twins TV. And this is why this shit starts coming back into my memory. Around the time when they first started that, it's because they was making very non-politically correct, very adult, content and shit. And I don't think I make adult content, but I know the type of stuff I say and the type of stuff I talk about. Okay, so the monetization thing is like 3 different subjects that I always have to check the boxes on. It's shocking content. And I think you're monetized already, but if you're not, it's shocking content, language, and I think sensitive topics or some shit like that. I always have to check those 3. And if I don't, I get the yellow mark on my video, limited ads. So it's like I'll be asked out, man. It's just a heads up if you're not monetized. I think you are. I think you are, if I remember that Reddit post you have posted. But either way, man, I'm gonna have to rely on sponsorships and shit like that, man. I didn't want to. I wanted to just keep it at AdSense, and sponsorships rare. But man, YouTube get a little crazy with that ad shit, bro. They're getting a lot more unfriendly. Like there was a post that I think it was like towards the end of last year, or was it the beginning of this year, whatever. That said, like, if you curse within like the first 30 seconds of your video, something like that, you limited ads off rip. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, I be trying. Like, when I do my intros, I try not to even say damn anymore or shit or anything along the line. And like the first 30 seconds, I think it's to the point where they don't want you cursing in your videos at all. Like, at all. I think that's the point that they're at on YouTube right now. And it's like, bro, like, I gotta make videos reviewing toys or something like that. But like, what? It gotta be, I don't know. And then I start to think to myself, this is exactly why a lot of YouTubers have Patreon or have all these other avenues. Eventually I'll start to look into it, but I don't have to look into it just yet. But eventually I will. That's why I'm trying to expand my horizons a little bit, even from now. Anytime I get the chance, I'm gonna look into my not TikTok. I'm gonna look into Twitch. I already have an account. I just never went live on it, so I'm gonna look into Twitch, look into TikTok. Who knows? One of these avenues is gonna take off for me. I already know. Let me get off. let me get off. I appreciate you, Jacob, man. I appreciate you, man. I love your videos, man. I wish you uploaded more. I'm not even gonna lie, but I love your videos, man. I always love the support, man. Thank you. Yo, 35 minutes on the live stream, man. I appreciate that shit, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Thank you. If you was here this whole time, you already know I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I gotta go write down some notes for a video. Thank you. I appreciate all the damn support. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. More videos coming soon, man.